Yeah, I tried doing it my way, tried standing tall, put my back into the fight, gave it all I got. The harder I pushed, the more I could see this load was heavier than just me. Every plan I made cracked under strain. Every step forward felt tied to pain. I hit that wall where pride breaks down. Learn real fast I need the help right now. Give us help when help runs dry, when human strength just can't get by. 'Cause victory don't come from man, it comes from a higher hand. I called on muscle, I called on might, called on friends in the heat of the fight. But when the dust fell and the noise grew thin, I was still standing right there in it. That's when I lifted my tired eyes past the smoke, past the battle cry, found a strength that don't retreat, a power that don't know defeat. Give us help when rough runs dry, when hope feels low and the road's too wide. We don't trust what hands can do, we trust the one who pulls us through. I've seen enemies rise like walls of stone, heard their voices say, you're on your own. But I walk forward, not on my nerve, but on a promise I didn't deserve. Every step fell back by holy ground, every fear lost its sound. What once chased me started to fall, like shadows breaking at the wall. we won't survive. When our strength hits its final breath, you bring light where we saw death. Yeah, man's help is fragile. It bends, it breaks, but divine help that tramples what stands in its way. With God we rise, with God we stand. We don't just survive, we advance. Every enemy underfoot, every fear shaken loose. I don't brag on battles I won, I brag on what was done through love. When the fight was bigger than my faith, that's when grace took my place. With God we rise, with God we move, we walk straight through what we couldn't move. They fall back hard, they lose their claim, 'cause victory comes. In yellow, it's just me again. Lord, it's late again. Yeah, Lord, it's late again. House so quiet, but my mind won't let me rest. I don't walk these floors with questions. All these worries on my chest. I'm talking to you softly now. 'Cause you know me at my best. I said, God, you see these hands. Yeah, you see these tired hands. They've been working through the storm, just trying to stand. Every door I knock keeps creaking, every plan slips through the sand. Lord, I'm still holding on, but I don't always understand. So I'm talking with God at midnight. Yeah, I'm talking with God alone. shuts down its mercy. And my strength feels overthrown. I ain't got fancy words to offer, just this heart and broken song. But I'm talking with God at midnight, hoping He still hears me moan. Yeah, I've been listening all along. Every tear you never cried, every night you stayed strong. Think I missed your struggle. You think I turned away. But I was walking right beside you, even on your darkest day. Your prayers felt unanswered, and the silence felt like no. That was me still working things. You couldn't see or know. Sometimes I heal you slowly, so you never break again. I was there at your midnight. Yeah, I was there at your yellow. It's just me again. Lord, it's late again. Yeah, Lord, it's late again. again. House so quiet, but my mind won't let me rest. I done walked these floors with questions, wore these worries on my chest. I'm talking to you softly now, 'cause you know me at my best. I said, God, you see these hands. Yeah, you see these tired hands. They've been working through the storm, just trying to stand. Every door I knock keeps creaking, every plan slips through the sand. Lord, I'm still holding on, but I don't always understand. So I'm talking with God at midnight. Yeah, I'm talking with God alone. When the world shuts down its mercy, and my strength feels overthrown, I ain't got fancy words to offer, just this heart and broken song. But I'm talking with God at midnight, hoping He still hears me moan. Yeah, I've been listening all along. Every tear you never cried, every night you stayed strong. You think I missed your struggle, you think I turned away. But I was walking right beside you, even on your darkest day. When your prayer prayers felt unanswered, and the silence felt like no. That was me still working things. You couldn't see or know. I don't always move like thunder, I don't always shout your name. Sometimes I heal you slowly, so you never break again. I was there at your midnight. Yeah, I was there at your pain. I held you when you trembled. I felt every drop of rain. What you thought was just survival, I was building into grace. Every scar became a story. Every tear left a trace. Lord, woke up this morning, breath still in my chest, sun creeping through the window. Lord, I know I'm blessed. Ain't waiting on the good times, ain't waiting on the pay. I got a song in my mouth, gonna sing it anyway. Yeah, I learned something living. Pain will come and go, but gratitude's a river, keeps my dry soul slow. So whether skies are heavy or the road feels wide, I keep his name rolling steady like a blues man's ride. I'm gonna bless him in the morning, bless him late at night, bless him when the world feels wrong, bless him when it feels right. Yeah, my praise ain't seasonal, it don't depend on days. I'll bless him with this broken voice all my days. My soul got something to brag about, but it ain't about me. It's about the hands that lifted me when I couldn't see. I was low down, weary, yeah, I was worn and small, but mercy leaned real close when I made that call. I tell the poor-hearted, come on, walk with me. There's room at the I'm not ashamed. I'm mourning, bless him in the morning when my coffee's strong and black. Bless him when I'm moving forward, bless him when I'm falling back. Yeah, let the humble hear my song, let the lowly raise their hands. We'll lift his name together, just like a band. Magnify the Lord, don't let me sing alone. Turn this lonely moaning into a shared tone. When voices rise together, fear don't stand a chance. It backs on up when praise begins to dance. Ain't saying life is easy, ain't saying I'm strong, but something shifts inside me when we storm clouds rolling in before the break of day. Wind talking loud, trying to scare my faith away. Walls start rattling, yeah. The ground don't feel the same, but I got a shelter deeper than the sound of rain. When my knees get weak and my hands can't hold, lean on a strength that don't grow. I've been pushed, I've been pulled, I've been bent, but see, there's a hidden place keeping me. I still ain't shaking, no, I still ain't moved. When the earth starts falling, I know where my hope is rooted. Let the mountains crumble, let the waters roll. I got a refuge in the storm, ain't afraid no more. City lights flicker, bridges feel thin, news on the radio say the end's rolling in. But I ain't living by the noise they make. I'm standing on a rock that don't ever shake. I hear the word emotions cry, hear fear preach loud like a desperate lie. But there's a calm voice cutting through the din, saying, child, come on in. I still ain't shaking. No, I still stand tall. When the ground gives way, I don't feel the fall. Let the waters rage, let the skyline bend. I got a strength that holds me right to the end. Even if the mountains slide into the sea, even if tomorrow don't look like it used to be, I won't run for cover, won't lose my ground. I've been anchored deeper than a fault line sound. Fear knocks loud, but it don't got a key. This refuge I got keeps closing in on me. Every crack in the world, every break I see, just proves what's unbreakable in me. I still ain't shaking. Hear my testimony. When the wall falls down, I ain't standing lonely. Let the night grow long, let the daylight bend. I got a help that's present again and again. I've seen safe things fail, but I ain't trusting what I see. I'm trusting what holds me when I exhale. When the earth gives way under restless feet, when the ground feels foreign underneath, I don't measure safety by solid ground. I measure it by the peace I found. There's a strength that shows up right on time, not late, not distant, not hard to find. When trouble's near, when fear draws close, that's when help shows up the most. I still ain't shaking, no, my heart's secure. When the storm starts talking, I know what's sure. Let the mountains crumble, let Some nights the fear comes creeping like a thief in the hall. House so quiet I can hear my own heart fall. Thoughts start talking, yeah, they don't speak kind. Trying to paint tomorrow in a worried mind. I ain't saying I'm fearless, ain't saying I'm brave. I just know where I turn when I don't feel safe. When the dark feels close and the air feels thin, I lean my weight on a deeper thing. When I'm afraid I trust, yeah, I trust anyway. When my hands are shaking, I still choose the way. I don't deny the fear, I don't pretend it's gone. I put my hope in the Word, and I keep walking on. I've been chased by worries, yeah, I know that sound. Circling my thoughts, trying to run me down. They say, what if you fail? What if you fall? But faith whispers louder than fear ever calls. I've been bruised by life, I've been cut real deep. But there's a promise I've been told to keep. That truth ain't fragile, it don't wear thin. It holds me steady when the doubt rolls in. When I'm afraid I trust, not in what I see. I trust the voice that speaks peace inside of me. Let the shadows talk, let the night do what it does. I put my confidence in a faithful love. I don't boast in muscle, I don't brag on might. I brag on a word that shines in the night. Every line written like a lamp to my feet. Every promise humming like a slow backbeat. People can talk, yeah, they can say my name. Try to break my spirit, try to deal me shame. But their words don't own me, don't write my song. I belong to a truth that's been strong all along. When I'm afraid I trust in what's been said. I let the truth be louder than the noise in my head. I don't fear tomorrow, I don't fear my past. I trust the one who holds me firm and fast. no authority. Truth don't shout, truth just stands there, waiting on me to lean in. What can a man do? What can this world take? It can bend my body, but it can't steal my faith. They can talk me down, try to wear me thin, but they can't unwrite what's written within. I walk through danger with my head held low, not out of shame, but out of reverent hope. I ain't bulletproof, I ain't made of stone, but I ain't walking through this fear alone. When I'm afraid, I trust. Say it soft, say it slow. When the night feels heavy and I don't know where to go, I trust the truth that spoke before the fear was born. I trust the light that waits on the other side of the moon. Yeah, fear may visit, but it don't get to stay. Been walking this road till my feet feel numb, heart so tired, Lord, I'm almost done. I call out loud, but my voice comes thin, like the wind through cracks I'm living in. I ain't hiding my weakness, ain't dressing it clean. This cry come raw from somewhere deep. When my strength runs out, then my hope feels small. I still lift my voice, I still call. From the edge of my courage, from the far side of faith, I'm reaching for mercy I can't create. This ground keeps moving under my feet. I need something solid underneath. I tried leaning in, all control, but it cracked like ice under the load. So I'm stretching my hands towards something true, toward a strength that'll see me through. Yeah, my cry when the night feels long, when my heart don't know where it belongs. Lift me up with a steady hand to a rock higher than this land. You've been my shelter from the driving rain, a strong high tower when I'm chased by pain. When the enemy whispers, when fear draws near, I run toward safety, not away from here. I learned the hard way what refuge means. It ain't escaping, it's being seen. It's standing inside a faithful wall, where the storm can't reach me at all. Yeah, my cry when I'm feeling small, when the shadows rise tall on the wall. Set my feet where I can stand on a rock higher than this land. Yeah. Some days the road is longer than my strength. Some nights the prayer is all I've got left. I don't need lower ground, I need higher ground. I don't ask for shortcuts, don't ask for ease. Just lift my eyes so my heart can breathe. Let me see it past Yeah, the night came down hard, like it knew my name. Wind in the windows, thunder sounding like blame. I've been pushed by trouble, been back to the wall, but I know a place I can still call home. When my legs start shaking, when my breath runs thin, I don't fight alone, I know where to run. There's a strength beneath me, older than time, a solid kind of truth that won't decline. My rock don't move, no, my rock don't slide. When the whole world trembles, I got somewhere to hide. He's my shield in the fire, my stronghold too. Yeah, trouble can knock, but it can't break through. I ain't saying danger don't walk my street. I ain't saying fear don't follow my feet. But I learned something deep in the heat of the fight. Where I stand leathers more than my sight. When the arrows fly and the lies come fast, I don't trust the moment, I trust what lasts. I lean my weight on a fortress wall that's been standing long before my fall. My rock don't move, hear me say it again. When the dark starts closing, I ain't giving in. He's my refuge, my safety line. When the pressure hits, I'm gonna be fine. Didn't clean it up, didn't dress my prayer in fancy stuff. Just a broken shout from a wounded place, but help showed up with steady grace. I didn't call a friend, didn't call the crowd, I called the one who hears me loud. And somehow danger lost its grip when my cry left my lips. My rock don't move when I call his name. I've been rescued more times than I can explain. Enemies scatter, fear lets go when I lift my voice and let heaven know. Trust in what they can hold. Some folks trust in silver and gold. But when the storm comes calling, I trust what's holding me. I don't boast in muscle, don't brag on might. I brag on deliverance in the middle of the night. Every victory I walk into got his fingerprints all over it too. I've been saved from pits I couldn't see, from traps set quietly for me. I I'm still standing, still breathing strong, 'cause the help I got never came too late. My rock don't move, my shield don't fail. When the fight gets heavy, I don't turn pale. I call him worthy, I call him true, and every time I call, he pulls me through. Yeah, I call, and he answers. Yeah, I used to wonder in the middle of the fight if help was listening up in the middle of the night. When the noise got loud and the pressure came fast, I didn't know which prayer was gonna last. But now I walk different, yeah, I know what I know. I've seen answers come down when the world said no. There's a victory spoken before the war is done. I ain't fighting alone, I already won. We still stand, yeah, we still stand tall. When the battle cries ring and the strong ones fall, they trust in power, they trust in might, but we trust in a name that wins a fight. Some folks ride shining, yeah, wheels gleaming bright, counting up numbers, calling that their might. They put their hope in muscle, steel and speed, but that kind of strength won't answer need. I seen pride stumble, yeah, I watched it slip when the ground gave way underneath its grip. But there's a deeper power, quiet and true, that don't collapse when the pressure's on you. We still stand when the dust settles down, when the noise fades out and truth's all around. They lean on fire, they lean on steel, we lean on something that's real.
feel it now, like a lifted head and a steady brow. Answers rise up from a holy place, not a rush, not late, just right on grace. I don't gotta shout to prove I'm strong, I just keep walking, keep moving on. Confidence don't come from what I can do, it comes from knowing who's pulling me through. We still stand, hear my testimony. When the fight was fierce, I wasn't lonely. They fall down hard, they don't get back, but we rise up steady, still on track. I seen big things fall, I seen loud strength break, but quiet trust, man, that's hard to shake. I ain't saying trouble won't cross my way, I ain't saying fear won't try to stay, but I know the end before it starts. I know who guards my heart. When the smoke clears and the shouting's done, I'll still be here, still on my feet, still running. Not 'cause I was fast, not 'cause I was wise, because I trusted something that don't compromise. We still stand when the ground is torn, when hope looks tired and faith feels worn. They bow down, they fade away, but we rise up, still okay. Yeah. Some folks fall, some folks break, but we stand for His name's sake.
Yeah, I've been waiting so long, my watch stopped ticking. Nights got heavy, hope felt thin as a whisper. Every prayer I prayed fell quiet and low, like stones in water, nowhere to go. I stood at the edge of my own doubt, wondering if help was ever coming out. But patience ain't passive, I learned that slow. It's trust with its hands still open though. I waited, yeah, I waited, didn't turn around and run. I waited on a mercy I couldn't make come. And when I thought my voice was gone, He heard me hum. Yeah, He pulled me out the mud. I was sinking down deep where the light don't stay, stuck in thoughts that wouldn't give way. Every step forward slid right back, ground so soft it couldn't hold my tracks. But I felt a hand that didn't shake, lifted me up for mercy's sake, setting my feet on solid stone, gave me ground I could call home. He pulled me out the mud, set my feet in place, turned my shaky ground into steady grace. I didn't climb out, didn't fight or shove, I was lifted clear out the mud. Then he put a sound in my weary chest, not an old sad tune, but something blessed. A brand new song with a deeper key, one that told the truth of what happened to me. Now when folks hear it, they stop and stare, 'cause hope sounds different when it's real and rare. Some learn to trust, some learn to see what a lifted life can be. He put a song inside me, changed my tune around, from a broken moan to a joyful sound. Now fear steps back when praise shows up. Yeah, he put a song in my cup. I sank a little at a time, but grace don't rush, it waits, then it lives right on time. Now I walk different, yeah, my steps more sure, not 'cause life got easy, but my hope got pure. I still see valleys, still feel pain, but I ain't stuck in that pit again. Every scar reminds me of where I've been. Every breath reminds me I was lifted then. So if you're waiting and the night feels long, hold on tight, helps humming a song. I waited, yeah, I waited, help came through. Not in my time, but right on cue. Now I stand on mercy, firm and sure, singing a new song, clean and pure. Yeah, I've been in some fights I couldn't win alone. Road was rough, bones felt tired to the bone. I swung hard, but my arms came up short. Learned real quick strength got its limits, Lord. I saw trouble coming like a rising tide, enemies crowding in from every side. That's when I learned what the battle's about. Ain't always who's swinging, it's who's backing you out. It ain't by my own hand, it ain't by my might. I push back the darkness by a greater light. They fall down, they break apart when truth steps in and guards my heart. Yeah, I seen fear scatter when hope showed up, like shadows running from a rising sun. I didn't earn it, didn't train for this, still walked out standing, still found peace. Some folks trust numbers, some trust steel, some trust the things they can touch and feel. But I learned something deep in the heat of the flame. Victory don't come from muscle or name. It ain't by my own hands, hear me say it plain. I didn't win this fight, didn't shoulder the pain. They tried to shame me, tried to take my ground, but they lost their footing when help came down. By my pride, it was a power walking just ahead, clearing the path where my feet would tread. I didn't boast, didn't raise my fist, just kept my trust clenched tight like this. And one by one I watched them fall, while I stayed standing through it all. It ain't by my own hands, it ain't by my sword. I fight my battle with a spoken word. The enemy scatter, fear takes flight when I walk covered in borrowed might. The strongest power I know moves quiet and leaves nothing standing in its way. Now when I look back on the ground I gained, I don't puff my chest, don't brag my name. I point upward, yeah, I tell the truth. I didn't win, I was carried through. Every victory left me humble, and still every rescue bent my will. 'Cause I know what happens when pride gets tall. That's when even strong men fall. It ain't by my own hands, it ain't by my power. I was held steady in the darkest hour. I tried doing it my way, tried standing tall, put my back into the fight, gave it all I got. The harder I pushed, the more I could see. This load was heavier than just me. Every plan I made cracked under strain. Every step forward fell tied to pain. I hit that wall where pride breaks down. Learn real fast I need the help right now. Give us help when help runs dry, when human strength just can't get by. 'Cause victory don't come from men, it comes from a higher hand. I called on muscle, I called on might, called on friends in the heat of the fight. But when the dust fell